Joey Savacci.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Welcome guys to another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show here. Washougal review show.
In the books.
In the books here. Same old Washougal. There's really not a lot to talk about track-wise. Because it was just, yeah, hard, rocky, ruddy. Square-edged. Big booter jump into the sand pit. Washougal.
Yep, Baggett almost ended up in the crowd in practice.
If you've watched Washougal in the last 15 years, it's the same track.
It's literally the same.
Literally the same.
Yep.
We're there.
Yep. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's take care of some paperwork then before we get into the race stuff here. Number one, remember, smash those Amazon links down below. If you go in, you don't have to buy what they're linked to. You just buy anything on Amazon. We're affiliated with them. We get a small cut of that. It's going to help us out. Production costs, like I said, you got to feed the man bear. It costs me money every week to feed him while he's here.
Whatever, dude.
I
don't ask for much.
It cost me money.
I don't ask for much.
You
dropped the pizza. You dropped the pizza on the floor. We still ate it. We still had to eat it.
We ate it.
There was no hair in it, so
it was fine.
Don't worry about it.
So anyway, don't forget to follow us on Facebook. We are working on podcasts. We're trying to get a little bank of them built up so we can post them regularly. I know I keep saying like they're coming, they're coming, they're coming. They are coming. We started watching some of the GPs today to do some practice ones. The first ones will be coming in the next week or two here. Even though I keep saying, oh, they're coming today, they're coming today, they're coming today.
We don't do this. We don't do this for a living. We have other jobs, so it's not always the easiest thing to get together and do stuff.
Yes, and if you haven't seen the other jobs, check out the vlog also on this YouTube page.
Check out the vlog.
Anyway, but yeah, so those are coming for the GPs, and then the first official one we want to do, the actual one, is going to be for the USGP. So yeah, those are coming. And anything else I'm missing here? I feel like
not really. I think you covered it all.
Yeah, because we don't have any sponsors yet, so we don't have to shout any of them out. You know, thanks to the fans, you guys. Still here. I got a call from a nice gentleman. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. In Houston, fan of the show, wanted to help us out with some stuff, which I already had under control. So, but still, you know, thanks. We do appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate all the help you guys try to give us or whatever, comments, all that kind of stuff.
We love the comments.
We do like the comments. They're fun.
Yep.
He was actually surprised you guys sided with him last week.
A little bit, guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Got a little boner from it.
I didn't say that, but now they're gonna dog on me this week since you said something.
They're gonna tell you to put your helmet back on. And
it gets hard, man. I got feelings, bro. Got feelings.
Fuck about your feelings.
I don't have feelings. I'm lying. I'm just black. I'm just black inside.
All right, let's get into the racing action.
All right.
All right, 250s. Kind of wild on the day. Definitely the more exciting class of the day. Let's start from the bottom up. 5th place overall.
RJ
Hampshire. And he was, what, 3rd the second moto? So first.
No, second. Second, because Zacho was closing in on him and stuff.
First pro podium.
Yep, good for him.
So that was good. Finally putting some stuff together here. So, you know, should have probably done better a little bit, but
I mean, he had a rough start to the year, like 4 or 5, and I know everybody, it's been documented.
He's had a rough pro career.
Well,
let's not beat around the bush.
Now that you say that, I'll ask you the question, and I asked you during the show, or during the race, had he not gotten hurt and had the mechanicals that he's had over the years, where do you think he would have been in the past couple of years? Do you think he'd be a consistent top 5 guy? Because he's shown how fast he really is.
He is, but would he have gotten there before this period anyway? Like, would the maturity level have been there without the injuries, where he could have actually put it together? Would he just have been, like, fast, but, like, tossed it well?
The speed's definitely there, though. Like I was saying, we can work with speed.
Yep.
We can work with speed.
They're gonna, and I think Geico will re-sign him to work with the speed, so I don't think he's gonna go anywhere unless he gets offered more money somewhere else. But I don't know that he's had the results for that.
And good on him, because Zacho was pressuring him hard for the last 4 laps, and he did not waver at all. Nope. And he led for, I think, 5 or 6 minutes after he got around Joey, so he definitely had one hell of a moto that second moto, and he even rode good the first moto, so yeah.
Oh yeah, oh
he
yeah.
rode good, so good on him.
Good day for RJ Hampshire. Good to see Geico up there.
Good, but now we transition from 4th to a good day to a shitty day. Oh man.
Oh
yep.
Boy.
Facepalm.
AC. Had it in the bag overall without even getting a win.
Yeah, how crazy it is. He could have got his first overall with not getting his first win.
Fuck me, I know, right? But yeah, basically just
fell apart.
Last 4 laps, just the wheels came off the motor and away we went.
I think, and honestly, after Zacho got around him, I think that it really. Now, granted, Frendos was riding really good. He was pressuring him. You know, slick, hard packed. You know, Frenchie really good on the throttle and stuff. Had some good line selections and shit. But man, AC just. I think once Zacho got around him, I think he got in his head and really started realizing, hey, I cannot lose another spot. Yeah. Because, man, he was just dropping his shoulder, pivoting to her. It was bad. And it's oh, my God, dude.
It was real bad. But I heard an interview with him this week, and he said, you know, if I was given it all and I knew it was all out there, I would be worried.
Yeah.
But he's like, there's stuff left in the tank a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know, not that he's not trying hard or anything. Yeah. And he goes, there's always mistakes I can point to and say, this is where it cost me for this. It was the start. It was this lap. It was this. So I feel like his confidence is still there and he's making improvements, but he's just not quite there. I
think that I mean, I pegged him for second in the points, and I think you had him in the top 3 at our preview show. I mean, I don't know, man. It's kind of an overall disappointing season because we keep talking about if you're going to pick any guy in the 250 class for one fast lap, it's definitely AC.
And he's qualified fastest the last, 4 weeks in a row.
So it's like, man, you just eventually, and I get it, you know, like you said, if he wasn't laying it all, or if he was laying it all out there and he was still just getting yarded by 20 seconds, it's one thing. But, man, at some point it's got to be, you got to lay it all out there because, dude, you can't just keep getting these seconds and thirds and fourths. Like, you're getting paid to win. You are, contrary to popular belief, the top guy at Pro Circuit, and it's like, man, you haven't produced yet. And I know that he's had a string of injuries over his career, but man, at some point, shit or get off the pot. I hate using that, but it's true. It's got to happen. He's got to get a title before he goes to the 450. And I know we talked about it earlier, and we're not going to stray to that conversation. But I seriously believe that if he wants to get a top-level 450 ride, he has got to win a 250 championship because people are going to be really hesitant to say, and like I keep saying, is he mentally soft? And today kind of was one of those things. Was he mentally soft today? So I'm not bagging on him because I love the kid to death, but it's like, dude, you got all the talent in the world to win championships, and you're not.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his issue is, but hopefully he gets it together here.
Oh yeah, I really do because I like the kid a lot.
Yep.
So.
Third overall.
Frenchie. Okay. If we're in the Friendus camp, are we happy with that?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
We're on the box.
I know.
We're on the box, which we haven't been. Now, do you think next year, having a year under his belt of racing Supercross, racing outdoors, figuring out how the schedules go, how, you know, you only have 1 day per race, yada, 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 does he improve next year? Or does he stay the same of well, he gets podiums, he gets maybe a win or two here or there as far as overall, Supercross, motocross, everything. Is next year better for him, or does he go through a sophomore slump of racing over here?
Improving, in your opinion, does that mean winning? Or
yes.
So winning and basically being podium every weekend?
Yes.
Supercross, I definitely think so because, we even talked about it, how good he came on at the end of the season and did well beyond a lot of people's expectations, even as smooth as he is. Outdoors, because if Zacho and Savachi and AC and all the guys are still in the class, can I see him beating them? He's obviously proved he can, but man, I don't know. I'd like to say yes because I think he's doing very well, but man, I don't know if he has it week in and week out to beat those guys for a championship. Supercross, definitely. I honestly, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves, but I almost, depending on what coast he's on, I think he could be top 3 in the points in Supercross. Outdoors, I don't know because I just don't know if he's that into it being over here. I mean, it's been very well documented that he is not adapting to American stuff as quickly as everybody thought he would. I don't know. I'd like to say yes, but he rode good. He rode great. A little off the pace, but he was good. So.
Yep. So let's take a time out here from the top 5 though to talk about Aaron Plessinger. First moto, goes out, whole shots, wins, just gone. See ya, bye.
Gone.
Thanks for coming. Second moto, 9th.
Yeah. Oh man.
Most inconsistent dude ever.
I'm very proud of AP that first moto, but
then the second moto, I kind of wanted to just like punch myself in the face for being proud of him the first moto.
is he, without the injuries, having like, I'm trying to think of who I would compare him to how their 450 career has gone without. Is he just kind of like that dude that like you expect to be up front all the time, and then just when you get to that point and you think he's gonna go over the top, he's like, nah, fuck it.
Is he just overhyped?
No, I don't think he is. I don't think he is, because he proves out. If for my opinion, for somebody to be overhyped is somebody that we expect to win or be podium and just get completely yarded. He's got an overall this year. He goes out and has motos like that. He killed it at the end of Supercross. Killed it. And I don't know, man. I don't know. He's another one of those guys that really got to get his shit figured out before he goes to the 450 class.
Maybe he's just good, but he's not great. So he just won't ever do anything, really. Like, he'll have these flashes of brilliance, but he won't ever do anything, really. And his flashes of brilliance will continue to get him rides, but eventually that's going to run out because you're going to have kids that are better. Like, right now, he's still the kid type deal, so he's, you know...
Well, he's the top guy at Star.
Yeah, so he can, so, you know, whatever, so he can continue to get rides, but eventually that's going to wear out here.
If he was consistent, would he have won more than one championship by right now? And I don't mean just outdoors, I mean both Supercross and outdoors. You can combine them.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
would he have won 2?
Yeah, I think he would have had at least a Supercross and 1 outdoor title.
Okay. Before we go to the second and first again, I want another question, and I know that I already know your answer, but we just got to touch on it. Jeremy Martin.
I asked the question again. Is he the biggest waste of money Geico's ever had?
I'm still gonna say no, but what the hell is happening to him?
He's the biggest waste of money.
Does he just not care at this point?
I don't know if he doesn't care, or here's my other thought. Remember last year they talked about he was getting sick?
Yeah, probably Epstein-Barr.
For overworking himself?
Yep.
Okay. So, you had your come up where he won those 2 titles in a row, and he was working. He's like, oh, if I just keep working this hard or harder, like, I'll keep winning. Then he gets himself sick. Never recovers. Maybe
he's going to be just another Davey Millsaps, where he's just going to get burnt out because he works himself so much, and all he...
But does he work himself that hard anymore, or is he just like, he can't work himself that hard because he'll get sick again, so he can't work that hard, but then he suffers a little bit because he can't reach quite that level where he needs to be to get there, and so now he's like... drop back down to like just his mediocrity that he's running. I mean, we say mediocrity. He's in second in the points and freaking
by technicality
top 10 every single week.
I ask you a question again. Does he just say fuck it and just completely go to the 450 and not even do the Supercross on the 250 next year?
That I don't know. We'll talk about that in silly season.
A lot of these guys are just in the situation where it's like, do I just go to the 450 and say screw it? If I'm him, I am. I mean, dude. Like,
depends how much money I'm getting offered to ride 250.
Yeah, Martin Davalos thing again. Because J-Mart is getting up there in age again.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 25, turning 26.
Well, I mean, look at Marv. Yeah. Marv's what, 26, 27?
No, he's 27. He'll be 28.
He's older than Dungy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, anyways, though.
Anywho, all right, let's get back to top 5. Second overall, Zach Osborne.
Had some struggles today.
Had some struggles, but again, even when it's not his day, he makes it his day.
But you can definitely say today was one of those days where he was not, even though that amazing ride, and I'm a little bummed that he got around Mitchell in the wood, but that just is what it is.
That was a great ride in the first moto to come back to, what did he come back to, 4th?
4th. He just got around Mitchell by maybe like a front tire at the finish.
And then what did he get second moto, 3rd?
3rd. But today you can definitely say that he was not the fastest guy.
Nope.
Because even that second moto, I mean, dude, it took him what? 4 laps to get around AC, and then marked RJ for 3 and still couldn't make anything happen.
Yep.
And didn't even get in the top 5 till like 8 minutes to go, and he was in 8th.
Yep.
So today you can say without a doubt there was no way he was probably going to win unless he got a start and like guys had struggles.
Yep.
So at least today we can finally say that Zacho was not anywhere near the fastest guy. Not that that matters, but we've just, once again, we've been in this fluctuation thing where he has a bad first moto and kills it the second moto.
Yep.
Well, today we can say that Zacho was not going to win more than likely no matter what happened.
Pretty much.
So, but once again, just like you said, even his bad days are his good days. Salvaging points, it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yep, and with Alex out, I mean...
And even and had he got it on RJ, would have gotten the overall even at that.
Yep.
With a 4-2.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's just Zacho's year. It is what it is. So,
it is.
Let's go to first. Hey,
you go ahead and talk about him.
No, sit down, man. No, come on, dude.
I don't want to talk about him.
What? Because I look like a jackass in Supercross, you can't sit down and take your beating?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, man, come on.
Talk about your boy.
He's not my boy. Travis is just being a sore. Travis is being a sore loser. I took it in the fucking, I took it in the ass after fucking Supercross, and makes me look bad because Zacho. I'm just saying, man.
Talk about your boy.
No, he's not my boy. What do you got to say? What do you got to say? Second overall, 2 weeks in a row. Did I not call it at the last week's show?
The doc got him some medication. His syndrome is at bay right now.
Nope, there's no more syndrome. No, bro. He's third in the points now, or he's fourth, closing in on third. Second overall, 2 weeks in a row. He's got the third or the second most wins out of anybody in the class.
So when he ragdolls at Unadilla, then will you shut the fuck up and just?
No, because you said he was gonna. You said he was gonna go 14-16 at Washougal, and he wins an overall. Bro, it's over. Whatever they did to the chassis, he ain't ragdolling, dude. He's either gonna be second or he's gonna be first. Because did he not pull away that second moto?
I fucking hate you.
Did he not pull away that second moto? Oh, what? It's okay for you to rag on me with Zacho, but it ain't okay for you to take your medicine?
Yeah.
You look stupid. You look stupid today. You look stupid today.
He won with a 1-7. I don't look stupid.
You look stupid today.
If you would have told me,
how much did he win by?
He's gonna get 1-7. He's gonna go 1-7 and get the overall. I'd have been like, you're fucking high.
How much did he win by the second moto? He gapped him, bro. He yarded him.
He did win by a lot.
He yarded him, and he had the fastest.
What happened to him the first moto?
Oh, he was in 6th, passing Mitchell for 5th. Went down, went from 13th back to 7th.
He crashed. Shocker, he crashed.
Did he win the second moto?
Shocker, he fucking crashed.
And he got the overall.
Shocker, he crashed.
Oh, bro, you really like to run these technicalities. He got the overall. Who's got the second most overalls of the year? Joey Savacci. Who won 2 weeks in a row? Well, you don't want to let me live down the Zacho thing. There is nothing you can say. There's nothing you can say right now that'll make you look smart. You look dumb. You look dumb, bro. You look dumb. You just don't want to admit it. You look stupid.
Oh, God.
You do. Can you not admit it? You are so far off after your show.
No.
How are you not far off?
No. It's only 2 weeks in a row, man.
Who else has won 2 weeks in a row other than Zach Osborne? Nobody. Joey Savacci.
Eli Tomac.
We're not talking about 450s. We're talking about 250s. Joey ain't even my guy. You just can't give him credit, bro.
All right. Anything else you want to say about your boy?
No, I just want to hear him. I want to hear you say it. I want to hear you say it. I want to hear you say it.
Hear me say what?
I want to hear you say that Joey Savacci does not have Savacci syndrome anymore.
Hell no. He's got a lot more weeks to go before I'm saying any of that.
He's got 3.
Well, if he goes the next 3 weeks and podiums all 3 weeks overall,
well, he's going to be second in the points.
At the end of the season, I will be like, all right, the Savacci syndrome's no more.
What happens if he fucking runs?
You know what? He needs to go through a whole season and not throw it away, period.
Well, that's impossible because even everybody crashes.
Okay, all right. So, if he goes the next 3 and podiums overall the next 3, I will drop the Savacci syndrome until he starts proving my point again on it.
The championship thing I get, but you can't say throw it away for a whole season because everybody crashes, bro.
I'm just saying.
Well, with the way things are going, who knows? He might win the next fucking 3.
Well, maybe.
And then what?
And if he does, then I'm going to be like, all right, the Savacci syndrome is not...
It's not real. It's not a thing.
It's not around right now.
It's not a thing.
Not right now.
It's not a thing.
It has been for the last
He is literally the second most consistent dude in the class right now. I'm just saying. I really can't wait for the comments this week because I seriously believe that people are going to be like, oh, Travis.
Can we go to the 450s?
No, I like talking about 250s because you look dumb.
We're going to the 450s. I'm over this. Okay. Now that we're over the 250s, we'll move on to 450s. Top 5 overall. Number 1, let's talk about Justin Barcia knocking himself out in practice.
Good thing he's okay.
I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, shocker, he was probably on the limiter the whole time through those fucking whoops.
Might have been.
But...
Yeah, he just put the 3rd fastest lap time in at that point, too.
Yeah, but glad he's okay. So that's pretty much the only blip on the screen for the whole day for the 450s. Other than that, 450s were kind of not really that exciting.
Other than Weston Pike, that first moto, riding like a bulldog and frickin' coming through and having Baggett on his ass for like 10 minutes.
And you have Bogle, like, hole-shotting both races, too.
And then fading.
And then fading.
Like a cheap suit.
Like crazy. But at least he's getting hole shots, getting the bike up front, so whatever. On that RCH team, may they rest in peace.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't even care.
Anywho, okay, so let's get top 5 overall. 5th overall, Seeley.
Wasn't it? Wait a minute.
No, 5th overall, Baggett.
Baggett. Yep.
Sorry, had it wrote down wrong.
Yeah, we made a mistake.
Whatever.
Yep.
5th overall, Baggett.
They're good.
You just wonder, like, how long before he just calls it quits and just says, you know, I'm just going to go get my thumb fixed and call it a day.
Oh, he misses Monster Cup for sure.
I think he misses Monster Cup, but do you think he does the last 3? Okay, let me ask you this. If Marv goes 1-1 at Dilla, does he miss the last? Does he just say the hell with the last 2? Skip Bud's Creek and what's it called?
Crawfordsville?
Yeah.
No, because I think it's a really big deal for BTO to get, in Rocky Mountain, to get a 3rd in the points and then prove that it is worth. I guess
that's true. Yeah.
That it was worth KTM putting all the money and effort into them.
Okay. All right.
But I say he does the last 3, but definitely does not do the GP and skips Monster Cup to go get it fixed.
Yep.
Yeah. There's no way.
He's gutting it out. From everything I've heard, his thumb is fucked. And it's just painful. And
aside from ribs and a collarbone, that is like the worst thing you could actually do. Is ride with, because there's no way to relieve pressure off of that.
Yep.
Like they got that little thing and I wasn't really paying attention, like some mechanism or some shit they got going on.
Or some cast thing on his hand or something.
I didn't really pay attention, but that is the worst thing, because you're constantly like there's no way you're taking pressure off that, because even if you release a little bit, you know, you still are pressing down, so that's like the worst thing. So he's got to be in excruciating pain the whole entire freaking time he's riding.
Yep. So, but good on him to gut it out, get 5th overall. Like you said, 3rd in points will be great for him for this year.
Yep.
4th overall, Seeley.
Are we impressed?
Kind of.
I mean, if it was going to happen on any track, it was going to be a hard-packed track like Washougal.
Yes. But, I mean, Seeley's been coming on outdoors in the last couple years. He's been up front some different times here this season even, so it's not a huge shock. I'm not like, you know, shitting my pants, oh my god, but...
Got a question for you, though.
Good that he's there.
I know that Cole, everybody's always gotten on him about outdoors and his fitness, and it's gotten better over the years, you know, since he especially started going out to Florida and training down at the Nest at Grandals. He's getting up there in age. He's almost, I think he's going to be 29 next year. Been around it. He's doing great in outdoors, but he's a Supercross guy, let's be real. He has another year, I think, at HRC. We don't know what's going to happen. We know that Roxon's locked in, but we don't know what's going to happen if some things in 2019 happen. Is Cole Seeley possibly, at the last couple years of his career, just going to say screw it and go Supercross only?
I don't think it would be a bad idea.
Do you get what I'm asking?
If I'm a team that has some money but not a lot, and we don't really care to do the outdoors, then yes. If I'm pretty much a Supercross only team, yes. I think he can get locked in a deal, kind of like what Brayton has after he leaves Honda here. If he doesn't do a lot and Honda doesn't re-sign him.
You know what I'm getting at, though?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, I think he could go the Brayton route, and, like, you know, he could, like, get paid to go to Australia and race.
Oh, yeah.
You know, get paid good money to go to Australia and race, and, you know, then come back and do a Supercross-only deal and do that for a few years and probably race till he's 33, 34 if he really wants to.
Because let's be honest, when Cole is on it, if he's feeling it at the beginning of the day at Supercross, I'm not going to say with the way Eli rode and with Kenny coming back that I could peg him for a win, but you know he's going to be on the box every time. If he goes into a race and he's like, okay, we're good. Bike's good. I'm feeling it. Mental is good. He's going to be on the box. Because Cole is one of the best Supercross riders, period, even when through his struggles. That's him.
Yep.
So even, I can honestly, I don't know if he could do it with a factory team because he hasn't, like, won enough. But I could also even see a situation where, say if Honda doesn't pick him up, re-sign him after his deal's up, if he goes to like a, like if he were to end up on like Rocky Mountain KTM or something, and they say, hey, let's just do Supercross.
Yep.
Don't need to do outdoors.
Yep, like something like that, or like I said, like a MCR or whatever, you know, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I could see a team like that, and I think what will happen is as Supercross continues to grow here, I think you're going to see more teams like that pop up.
Yep.
Where they're going to spend the money to get on TV.
Yep.
And because you have dudes out there that want to just race Supercross.
Tyler Bowers.
Justin Brayton.
Chad
Reed.
Cole Seeley, I imagine, if you asked him,
Seeley,
wouldn't probably
yep.
ride outdoors, to be honest with you.
Yep, there's a lot of them, I think, that don't really want to ride outdoors.
Yep.
Just because...
It's just grueling.
Yeah, it is.
Even Bogle, I could guarantee even Bogle, if he knew his contract would be good, he could do Supercross, he would just do Supercross.
Yep.
So...
Yep. So... okay, cool. Let's move into third overall. Probably the most surprising part of the whole freaking day.
Good job, Marty Davalos.
We believe in Marty!
We believe! Make Martin Davalos great again!
So, is he going to ride a 450 all next season?
He better.
I would hope. God, I hope so.
Bro, I'm pretty sure he's proven enough that he is a 450 guy.
Yeah, third overall in the day. Was leading for, what, 3, 4, 5 laps?
We said if
like
it was
that?
going to be any track, it was going to be, I mean, everybody said it was going to be Washougal.
Yep.
Okay, so, since there's not really a lot to talk about, we're just kind of doing all these possibility things. If he stays on a 450, how do you think he does in Supercross? Is he a top 5 guy? Because we know Martin...
I don't know. I need to see him race a couple 450 races before I could really determine that, I guess, because I've never really...
He's only raced one time.
I would say when he raced his 450 race, I wasn't really watching, following Supercross that close, so I don't remember. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how he do, man.
If we're basing everything off of how he's riding outdoors and his past in Supercross when he is on it, I would say he's a top 5 guy in Supercross because he's consistent enough indoors. This year was kind of an outlier because there was a lot of things going on with him, and we're not going to get into it, but a lot of people know what I'm talking about. But let's be honest, he's a very consistent guy in Supercross. So I mean, damn, dude, it's crazy to think that he's 30, he's going to be 31, and he's just coming into the prime of his career, but it's like, really?
Could do a Supercross only deal.
Oh, he's definitely the first guy I would see to sign that deal. For sure.
Yep. So
Husky better lock him up.
Yeah, I think he would be a solid pickup for them. If they're going to run 3 dudes next year, if they're going to run Anderson, Wilson, and him, and the third one, I would keep him on the 450. So
if Bobby Hewitt doesn't re-sign him because they're worried about what's going to go on with Zach Osborne, if Zacho decides to stay at 250 or go to 450, man, I think that'd just be a really bad move. But that's going to be a great move for anybody else. Wouldn't it be funny, and I know this is all hyperbole, but if that did happen and KTM is on the fence about who to pick up for a third guy, if they picked him up and put him on factory squad, oh my God, it would give us so much to talk about.
So much.
But great job, Marty Davalos.
Davalos.
Awesome, that was awesome.
Okay, cool. Second overall in the day, Eli Tomac went 2-2. I wonder what happened. I wonder if
Do you think he cared?
No, honestly, I don't.
I don't know.
I had that thought watching the race, okay? The first moto, he was on it. He was on Marvin, stink on shit. Marv cut across on him a little bit.
Kind of shaked his head.
Tapped his wheel. They both shook their heads, actually. When I watched the replay during the second moto, I saw Eli do one of these, too. And
that was just a racing incident.
yeah, it wasn't really anything wild. It was just a racing incident. But honestly, what I think was he got close to Marvin, decided he wasn't really, balls out faster than him where he could just whip it around the outside anywhere, and looked at, I think this is part of the maturity level of Tomac, of he realized, I don't need to beat him. The guy's, however, 50-some points or whatever down from me. Even if he goes 1-1
for the rest of the season, Eli's just got to be,
I still win. So,
dare I say Dungy-esque?
Dungy-esque a little bit, yeah.
I hate using that, but I mean,
not quite as Dungy-esque as when Dungy quit, retired this year, because he's not well, I don't want to go that fast. He would go that fast if he had to.
But Washougal was not the track to push the pace with the way Marv, because honestly, since Southwick, I truly believe that Marv is ready to put it on the deck to try to win and beat anybody. It doesn't matter if it's Eli or not.
Yeah.
I think he's ready to put it on the deck, and Eli's like...
And at this point, he doesn't care because he just needs to win.
Yeah.
All he's going after are race wins and race bonuses.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's not going to win the title unless something drastic happens and Eli can't race. So, yeah, I mean, overall, it wasn't a bad day for Eli. Had he gotten a start in front of Marv, I think it would have been different, but he didn't get a start in front of Marv either moto, so...
It's kind of weird because it's almost like role reversal. Eli's taking the Dungy route and Marvin's taking the Tomac route.
Yeah, I'm just going to fucking put it out there.
Because I think he is. Southwick proved it. He is ready to put it on the deck to win at all costs. And I don't... Eli's like, I don't need to.
I don't need to. I got this wrapped up pretty much.
It's almost like a Roxon thing last year.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of that.
Yep.
Like he could push the pace and drop it another gear and go and win, but he's like, I don't have to.
Yep. So.
And we're arguably going in after the 2-week break to Marvin's actual best track, Unadilla.
Yeah.
So
there's a good chance Marv could go 3-1-1 overalls here in three consecutive races. So.
Okay, so let me ask this question: had he not gotten hurt, where do you? I still think Eli would be the points leader, but what do you think the gap would be right now?
Ooh, it would be close.
You think it'd be under 10?
Close. Yeah. I would venture to say the red plate would have gone back and forth a few different times.
Honestly,
yeah, because
we gotta get Marvis due.
Yeah, because had he not getting hurt, like Marv's riding great.
He's killing it right now.
He is absolutely on fire. Yeah, so I think had he not gotten hurt, I think the red plate goes back and forth a couple times, and I don't know who exactly has it at this point, but I think that it's a lot within 10 points.
Because I honestly truly believe with the way Marv's rode in the last 2 weekends, and it's not just circumstantial of how the track broke down, had Dungey and Roxon been in this championship right now, I don't think Marv would be the weak link. Marvin would have won races if everybody would have been in there.
If you have Kenny and Dungey in here right now, I think you have 4 dudes within 15 points.
Yeah, I honestly probably think Roxon would be in first, Dungey, and then Tomac and Marv, just because Roxon and Dungey are more consistent than those two.
Yep.
But it would literally, it would be like within like 6 points between first to fourth.
Yep. Yeah, so, it would be close.
Yeah, so. Marv wouldn't be like, okay, I'm good, but I'm getting yarded by... No, like, he would have won races on those guys.
Yep.
So, it kind of sucks because maybe the summer would have been a little bit more interesting, and it has been to a certain point, but it's like, man, with Baggett being so far back. But are we pretty much in agreement that Marv is going to take over second in the points, even if he doesn't win?
Yep.
Because he's got Baggett under control with the thumb issue.
Yep.
So, it just sucks that Anderson's not in there, because I really would have liked to see where he would have been today.
Yep. So... All right, cool. And yeah, we already alluded to it. Marv, 1-1 overall, rode great all day. Marv's kind of track, hard packed. Like we all know Tomac was great there, but like we said, Tomac knows he doesn't have to do it, and I think that's part of the maturity level here. So instead of hitting the deck trying to beat him, fuck it. Have your 6 points, dude.
Yeah.
There you go.
He doesn't need them.
So, yeah. Anything else you got for the 450s? Or?
No, I guess we might as well just kind of talk about going into the 2-week break in the Unadilla.
Okay, well, instead of giving predictions for Unadilla, predictions for the Diz Nations team.
For our team?
Yep.
You go first, actually, because I'm not through all this, because I know how you feel, and even if people don't know, let them know how you feel. I don't really know what you think right now, because you've kind of like, we've gone back and forth on this.
I think what the team's gonna be is... Well, see, this is hard because now we have all these injuries to deal with, because 2 of the guys were out this week with injuries. So realistically, what I think it's going to be here is Anderson, Webb, Osborne. Osborne's guaranteed, locked in.
He's for sure.
He's going to be in the United Kingdom anyway.
Yep.
But Anderson and Webb are hurt. And no one seems to know what Anderson's condition is.
Webb's going to be fine.
Webb is supposedly going to be fine.
Anderson's the
now, if those 2 are hurt, Eli, we're 99% sure isn't going to go. Baggett's going to get his thumb worked on, so he's not going to go. So if we have all of that, who do we take?
Well, I guess we could just make this a conversation then, because I was going to go down the same road. I think that if Baggett and Anderson are hurt, and it's Zacho in the 250s, I honestly, you're probably going to think, what the fuck am I thinking? I think after that, our best guy is Barsha, but if this injury...
that's a bad concussion, though. So
that's a bad concussion.
Let's go with somebody...
Weston Pike is the next guy up.
Weston Pike, Cole Seeley?
Nope, Weston Pike. Put Weston Pike in the GP class, MXGP class. Zacho in the 250s. Jeremy Martin on a 450 for MX3. Because I don't trust Alex Martin on a 450 yet. I haven't seen enough of it.
No, but yeah, no, okay, all right, yeah, no, I could dig that.
Or, and I know that, and I don't want, and I'm just going to throw this out there because and it's not going to turn into a conversation. Joey Savacci on a 450.
Nah, I haven't seen. He hasn't proved.
He rides a 450 during the week is the reason why I say that.
Well, that's fine, but he hasn't proved anything race-wise. Where Jeremy Martin at least has went into what's it called, Daytona, and did really well.
But I think the reason why they would do that, if all this shit happens and it comes down to that, I think the reason why they would put Joey is if Joey beats Jay Martin the points. Because at that point, you're like,
all right.
and I'm not trying to make this a conversation, I'm just looking at what they normally do.
Yeah.
But let's say none of that shit happens, and let's say Cooper and Ando go, and Zacho goes, and I know that we're way ahead, or way behind, but let's just do some early shit to talk about. With that team, how do you think we do? Because you got 3 guys that never give up.
Minimal second overall if we don't win.
Do you think that...
Because I think Coop and Anderson have shit to prove from last year. And I think Zach's got plenty, like, number 1, it's his year. Number 2, he's got plenty of experience over in the UK. Racing, so...
You think we see a Ryan Villapoto possible type of performance?
I don't know. That would be interesting, though, if he did.
I'm just saying, I don't like him, but dude, when he is on it, and if he gets a start, oh boy.
Oh, yeah, well, then he's going to be in front of all his GP friends
and he's not afraid to get aggressive.
I don't know.
I mean...
That would be interesting. That'd be interesting, even regardless of who the rest of the team is, if he goes out and does that. Dominates 1-1. But, man, is he really going to beat Cairoli and Geyser and Fevra?
Oh, I think he can beat Fevra. With the way Fevra's riding right now, I think he can beat him. Cairoli, maybe not. Even Hurlings.
Hurlings, Geyser.
You know that the thing about Zacho is...
That's a tall order, man, but see, on the 250F. I mean, I know Villo did it.
No, not even that. The thing about Zacho, though, is why I think it could be one of those special years, and I even think it could have been that with Coop last year had we set him on a 250. The thing about Zacho is that you know that he's going to give it all for 35 minutes and he's not going to hit the wall. He's proven that enough times this year that endurance is not an issue and the speed's not an issue. But he is just frisky enough where if he feels like, hey, Tony's 5-6 seconds up, and maybe he's, I don't want to say fading because Tony's not going to fade, but maybe it's within reach, he'll fucking arrow himself into the ground trying to go after him. Now, maybe that's not the best thing for overall-wise, but man, I feel if anybody's going to do it this year, it's, oh, dude, Zacho's just, when he's on it, he might be one of the fastest guys in the world right now.
Yep.
So, I mean...
Could be interesting.
I think that Coop and Ando, I think that we got enough time, because what, we got 2 months before that. Unless that back injury of Ando's or internal stuff is worse than we think it is, 2 months is enough time to get healed up. 4 designations, and I just think those two have something to prove.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
I mean, oh my God.
Alright, that's enough designations talk though. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We'll have to wait 2 weeks and we'll see what the hell they come up with. So.
Yeah, we'll find out at Unadilla actually who the team's gonna be. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
We're to that point already.
That's weird.
I know. So anywho, that's it for the show this week. Remember, hit those Amazon links in the description. Follow us on Facebook. The podcasts are coming soon for the GPs, and no show next week because we're off.
Don't know what.
And then we're Dilla 2018.
Maybe talk about some Loretta's kids coming up.
We're having quesadillas.
The Unadilla for Unadilla.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
We're having quesadillas.
Oh, do you want to let everybody know that like what the cool thing happened to your girlfriend this week?
Oh yeah. Hey, yeah, cool. All right, so just so everybody knows here. My girlfriend makes these dog bandanas that go on your dog's collar or whatever. Buddy's bandanas. Look her up on Facebook. Follow her. Maybe order one. Whatever. Anyway, so she messaged Ken Roxon. Be like, hey, if I make one for your dog that says like Ken Roxon 94 or whatever on it, like, would you put it on him? Ken Roxon messaged my girlfriend back. I have no chance. That's all there is to it.
And then after what happened to Redbud, maybe it's a little bit, she completely got shut down.
Got shut down by him. Ken, can you take a picture with me?
Yeah, you can go stand in the line.
Yeah, you can go stand in the line, take a picture.
So she takes a picture with Ken looking down like this, and she's like...
Yeah, so, anywho, yeah, but that was the exciting news. Kenny actually DM'd my girlfriend on Instagram.
Maybe
it's crazy.
Maybe get to hang out with him at Crawfordsville if he's there.
Yeah, we'll see. If she gets it done, I don't know. Anywho, but yeah, no, it's cool. I'm excited.
Maybe if we meet up, maybe we could get Kenny to say the name of the show. I mean, God, that would boost status right there, bro.
Maybe we're friends.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I'm a pretty fun guy.
Whatever, dude.
Anyway, okay, so that's been this episode of the Moto Aftermath Show. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. What's the same shit we always do?
Oh, you're talking about the very intro?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say Joey Savacci. I don't know what you're going to say.
Great.
You got some hair on the shirt. I know you're trying to fish something.
Dog hair.
Alright.
Fucking dogs.
Fucking dogs.
Fucking dogs.
Fucking dogs.
Fucking dogs.
Dog fucks.
All right. Scene 1, take 1, 3, 2, 1, and